Okay, time to keep building with stone. Come on, Rashid. There we go. 18 minutes. Let's grab stone in the storage. Get to work. Okay, so this framework is pretty good so far. We've got some solid framing here and there. I want it to expand a little bit. So, let's see. I wonder if I can fit this in there, if it would work like that. We might have to go from the side. Or get rid of this pillar. Yeah, that might be the move. Considering it's blue, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so it doesn't mind connecting. It's just the portal's in the way a little bit, and it's odd because of the framing. That one beam design, I don't want to get rid of it though, it's really good. Let's keep it, just because of the framing is really good. Hey, there we go, it should be good. Yeah, let's have a mix of stuff. We've got some stone here. I wonder if we could fit up some stone floors. I know that we could do some other, like, wood flooring and such. I don't have the wood for that. Okay. Let's see if we can attach just regular wood flooring. It doesn't have to be too fancy. Okay, well, that's to be expected. I just want to see if I can get basic wood flooring all the way around the side here. Okay. Let's try it. I'm gonna have to have some sort of stairs. I could have stairs on the outside. That would be pretty good. Okay, here's where we should be getting blue again. Yeah, we got some blue. Excellent. Absolutely wonderful. And then this should be the same as we go back to blue. Very nice. Okay, this is turning out quite nice. I wonder how this is gonna... I think it should just overlap, yeah? And then I think I can just remove this little fella. And we can put in... We can either put in 3 or we can just overlap it like this. I think that's more wood efficient. That looks good. That looks nice. And we can, in the future... Ooh, I already like the coziness present. The decorating is gonna have to be pretty solid, but... that's what I'm good at anyway. Okay, the crops are ready. That's nice. Good to know. I'll do that a bit. Blue and green. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Blue and green, that's lovely. And we have some stone still in the greens. So I should be able to build up with some more stone. That's really cool. We could start with these big fellas, stone-wise. That's nice, that's nice. Do I want that? It's probably more stone efficient, so let's keep... no, because the pillar. Yeah, so we'll go up. That broke. Did it break? No. Okay, good. Up, and then pillar. How does it look from the side? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, these big things are just... I understand they're stone efficient, but it's like... There's so much detail lost. So much potential detail lost. Especially, like, what's going on here? Just cut that out and put another stone up top. Stone pillar. I'm gonna get up there. Alright. This should go up like... Hello? Please? How's that? Wonderful. And then this can go up a little further. It's fine if they're a little mismatched. That's okay. Interesting. Let's cut these. We can do a single kind of there. Not bad. Definitely unique. But these mismatch just provides a lot of room for decoration to make it look like it truly belongs that way. We can put more pillars here. Oh, I'm standing there. Okay, good. And there's stone under... No, there's no stone underneath there. Oh, interesting. Do I want to do... Let's do another pillar there. Very unique. Very different. One more layer. And... try to put beams there. Hey, come on, Jace Mars. Let's go, let's go. There we go. More stone. Oh, I did the wrong... Put the wrong thing away. That's fine. Too much. Okay, fair. That looks pretty good. And then we should be all good. I just need some stairs now. How's it gonna work? Hard. Excellent. Yeah, I've been jumping on this rock, but I need something else to get up there. Could it... Oh, this would be a good spot for a portal too. Oh man. It's looking good. Look how strange that is. I like that. Yeah, some sort of a ladder or something up there, especially for the bees. That would be good as well. Stairs, stairs. Which way? What part? I could do it here, but then it would kind of conflict with the entrance there. I could do it here, and I don't think it would conflict too much if I put it to the side and then connected it. Because then it would be right at the bees too. Let's sleep, and then I'll set that up. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I have. Oh, did I get a strange bite on my arm? Ugh, bug bites, nasty. Anyway, ooh, soup. Food is in one of these carts. Okay, that'll work for now. I know I can harvest and plant and all of that. I'm just gonna hesitate on that for a bit. I've got surplus. Let's put these feathers away. But I've got quite a bit to talk about. It kind of flows into each other, except for a new topic, which is fine. So I really have like 5 things to talk about, which is unusual. Usually I have like 1 or 2. Today I have 5, which is excellent, but makes sense because I haven't uploaded in a little bit. Interesting thing is, we got a Elden Ring patch not too long ago. I've been making some really cool, like, build design breakthroughs in Elden Ring, so I've been heavy on that. I've been doing a lot of gaming in Elden Ring, and it's been actually a lot of fun, especially in seamless co-op, but designing it to just creating all of these different build options is really quite nice. I wonder if this is probably not. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna need pillar support. Let's do pillar support like... Oh, can we do it like kinda... This is gonna be interesting. I can do pillar support there, but that looks weird as hell. Can we do like this? Maybe? No, doesn't want that. Shit. I'm gonna need core wood. But yeah, Elden Ring got a patch, and it's been cool. It's been okay. Certain things got buffed, like Colossals got buffed again. It's like I was already on that Colossal train, but holy shit, it's even better now. Which, like, okay, fine, you know. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Ooh, not bad. And in it were some really, there were some patches to Promised Cons. Do I want to spoil that, boss? No. I guess not. There were patches to the final boss of the DLC, and I think it was fine. It looks fine. Everything mechanically seems good. Well, that they changed, you know. It's like, okay, I understand it. I get it. I get why they made decisions that they did. Everything kind of checks out. I wonder if I can we get it like angled? Like just on the... Oh. Yes, that's what I wanted. Fuck. And the patches were good. It's just, I don't understand. People were moaning about it mainly because it's like, the idea of the boss getting nerfed. And I understand, like, the idea of nerfs when we have, like, early, like, it just fucking came out. But, we've had so much time to look at this that even the challenge runners were looking at it, and just consistently, because there was the speedrun, Rune Level 1 speedrun bounty that Spicy won for, it's like, I think it was like $12,700 USD. And he won it, and I was just like, damn, dude. All of these runners found major fucking issues in a lot of these DLC bosses. Huge issues. Just factual, frame data, frame perfect, go back and replay, like mod it so that you can keep fighting them over and over again and see exactly what's going on. Like, this type of shit that you can just see. And it's like inarguable shit. Like, and I just look at that and I'm like, why are people complaining that there are issues here? There are issues there. Very obviously issues. With a lot of the bosses hidden, or the final one, there are problems present. So I look at it, it's like, people gotta relax, man. These issues gotta be fixed. Okay? This is like the same reason why we would want there to not be nerfs when things are too early, is the reason why we do want nerfs when the appropriate issues are found. And that is, we are looking for a good game design balance. We're looking for a good balance in our game. That's it. It really is that simple. And, oh man. Some people just want the idea of game hard. And game hard, just as a concept, is going to ruin a lot of these games going forward if we continue off this style. Game hard as a mindset is so fucking ridiculous, because I think I've said this before, a lot of the people who just revel in like the difficulty of Souls games instead of trying to like be good, they're just trying to beat it once by any means necessary. Oh, it's in the game. I'm just gonna beat it. The game is hard, or it's just honestly just fucking scrub mentality. They're just going at it like, oh, I just want to do it at like the least possible skill level. I just want to technically have done it. That's what they're looking for. And I'm like, I don't care that you beat it if you use certain things. I just don't. I just do not. Because the reality is, a lot of these guys fucking suck, man. They have no knowledge of game balance. They have no, little to no skill present. And I'm just like, man, it sounds hella toxic, but this is the reality of the situation. This is the reality of the situation. Where people are going off and they are just, what are they doing? Oh, I'm just going to use Mimic Tier and I'm going to buff stack a million times and I'm going to like 3-shot the boss while it's not even looking at me. It's like, okay, great, fantastic, you've done it. Is the game really hard at that point? Do we have game hard? And this is why, like, if I were making that shit, holy fuck, all of these overpowered shit, it would be gone. Would be deleted immediately. And then I would balance the game appropriately. Like, how do you balance? You can't balance towards some of the fucking things that they've added on the player side. And so, all of these really strange people who want to look at the player side nonsense as legitimate, I really don't understand why. Why does it seem legit? I think I need to go wood, by the way. I don't understand. Why does it seem legitimate? Is the lack of knowledge on game balance really that strong for some people that they think, yeah, I'm just gonna like not interact with the boss and just destroy it at zero risk or extremely limited interaction and risk? I'm just gonna do that, It's like, oh yeah, and then people will take me seriously. I beat the game. The game was hard. Wow, No, I really don't care. And I don't think anybody should care. It's like, these things should not be in the game. It's like, oh, people talk about is in the game. That is in the game. This is in the game. It shouldn't be in the fucking game. A lot of those strategies should not be in the game. The amount of layers of restrictions that I put into Elden Ring, okay, are 3-fold higher. 3 layers more than I put into Dark Souls 3. Do you want to know the amount of restrictions that I put into Bloodborne? 0. Do you want to know the relative balance? The relative power relative to the bosses and enemies that my character in Bloodborne, in my 1 layer of restriction, Dark Souls 3, has to my 4 layers of restrictions in Elden Ring? They're the same. It's the same. To get the same level of power that I did for Bloodborne, in Elden Ring, I have to put 4 more layers of restrictions on. Where I could have just gone in and just thought, hey, I just want to go for and find out what's strong. And I can do that and find the best strategies and excel and still have a reasonably interactive and skillful experience at the game. That's amazing. That's called good game balance. Good God. And really, I just don't understand. It's like, there has to be people just new to the game. Just completely new to the FromSoft experience. There's no other way that I can really think about it. It's like, I don't get it. It just confuses me. I want to put some item stands up. But people look and they just say, oh, final boss has been nerfed. That's bad. You can't do that. That's bad. That's bad. Don't you know? And no, it's perfectly fine because that boss was fucked up. And the boss probably still has some royal jank applied to it. And a lot of the bosses do. Because they still have bad boss RNG and patterns. They touched it up so that it's more inconsistent now. Which is one of the weird things. It's like, why? Oh, to allow people to spirit summon more, I think is the way. It's like, what do you mean? That's, oh god. Again, it just shouldn't exist. It just shouldn't have never been in the game. And, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I really don't understand how, like, people not understanding that, like, split aggro in a game that doesn't have dedicated, like, pulls and tanking and all of that, and that is just not designed for it. It's like, oh yeah, it'd be perfectly fine. It's just my strategy. This is what I do. It's like, no. That is nonsense. Way too fucking strong. Way too strong. There's like maybe a handful of summons that are like kind of balanced, but most of them are either way too strong or garbage, and that's just horrible design. It makes them all garbage. Yay. Come on. There we go. Alright, we're looking good. Nah, they're still kind of mishmashed here. But yeah, it's just disappointing balance. But disappointing player side balance, trying to adapt to that, leading to disappointing enemy side balance. It's really not surprising. And I don't understand. They went for like rebalancing with Scattertree Blessings, like trying to add them into the DLC to account for unbalanced player characters. But Spirit Summons still exist. It just reeks of somebody at From Software not understanding what the fuck is going on. And it's possible that this is just overhead because From Software has a parent company, Bandai Namco, and Bandai Namco has a parent company called Kadokawa. And Kadokawa is a public company. It's traded on stock market over there. And so they have investors and they do quarterly reports for said investors where they look and they see like, oh yes, you know, we predict that the Elden Ring DLC is going to be financially beneficial for Kadokawa. Like, there are layers to it and bureaucracy to it, which is enhanced by the bureaucracy already being very strong in Japan. And so, oh my god, you know, there's probably going to be some bullshit that is forced on the company due to weird deadlines, and we know that the DLC was rushed, right? We know that. We know it was rushed. Oh man, I just want to put a Dverger Lantern right there. I just want to put that shit there. It's so sad. We know it was rushed. We know that it was Boar. Very cool spot to hang out. We know that there was situations where it was supposed to be 2 DLCs and we got 1, and it definitely has issues as a result. But the stark contrast within all the OP shit that you can do at level 1 even, compared to having to like dial back everybody in order to account for over-leveled characters. It's like, alright, well, you could have just said fuck it, because you say fuck it with the overpowered shit anyway, on the player side. Or you could just cap the max level at 150. You could just have a reasonable level cap. Just say that's max level. You know? It really is that easy. It's so easy. I don't understand. They don't want to. They just don't want to fucking They don't want to balance their game. They just don't want to put in that menial fucking effort into balancing it. And I mean, it's pretty clear on like what gets buffed in the game too. Like poor daggers, man. Daggers are so bad. They're so bad compared to other things, and Colossals just keep getting sauce. Like, they didn't need sauce. They got more sauce. Even on the PvE side, it's like, okay. Can you buff the other things? Nope. Alright, I need core wood. I'm gonna go out on a mining trip. I think I don't need that much more bronze, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of copper, a little bit of tin, not too much, but I think I can just go up north and get that. That's fine. I'll go do that because I want my item stands. I want my carved mats back. I need that. So let's just go for 4 tin and 8 copper. And oh no, we can go for more. Still not gonna farm yet, but soon enough, y'all. Whoops. Soon enough. Got the pickaxe, yep. Not gonna bring portal, obviously I can't bring the boat mats. It's just gonna be really easy to run over there. Plus, getting the run levels is nice anyway. But yeah, the final boss nerfs are fine. People complaining, it's just a weird mentality, which I don't care about. Honestly, a weird self-report in most cases. And I just don't understand the way that they've, as a community, have accepted and sort of modified what Souls bosses should like feel like. In terms of the back and forth, or lack thereof. A lot of people, when you do an action in a game, depending on what it is, there's going to be a difference in appreciation. Whether it's conceptually, actually, or if they match or if they don't. And you might think this sounds really fucking weird, what are you talking about? And I would say, let me explain. I'm going to drop some weird terms. I'm sure somebody in the past has already gone out and made this case and put different terms on them. But, I don't know. I haven't seen this being said before. So, I'm just going to put it in my own terms. And that is, when you're in a relatively, combat scenario, let's say. Damn, look at all the wildlife. And you are either, one-on-one or just anything combat scenario. Okay. Do we want to cross here? No. There are different actions that you can take, obviously. And some of those actions are going to be positive, neutral, or negative. And they might have some aspects that are positive and some that are negative, and, a mix of two to balance them out or make things complex and interesting, right? But generally, there's going to be the three. There's positive action, neutral action, and negative action. So positive action would just be something that you do to benefit you or your group during said combat. So you hit the target, they take damage. A lot of people don't realize that positive action is also a lot of SCU stuff. So support, control, utility, that's all positive action. It's just not very obvious positive action to most. But that is still positive action because it is ultimately helping your group or yourself accomplish your goals. positive action. Then we have neutral action. Very neutral action in Souls games would be dodging, rolling, deflecting, like in Sekiro. That's neutral action. It's just nothing's happening. You just... Okay. Enemy takes no damage. You take no damage. Neutral. Nothing. Nobody's closer in your goals. In Sekiro, deflecting, you are closer, but not conceptually. Nothing changed conceptually. Nothing changed in regards to the animation. You are still the same. If you deflect a bunch of times, okay, you will get a posture break, or a, whatever, death blow in Sekiro, right? And then you will be able to basically take out like 1/3 to half, or even all, of the enemy's health. But conceptually, the ratio of positive action to neutral action in Sekiro is super low. Is super low compared to just any previous Souls, like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2 even. The rate of negative action to positive action is astonishing. And especially because what a lot of people don't understand is that in these Souls games and in Elden Ring, you can strafe, you can do like jumping attacks to where your neutral action and positive action are kind of combined. You strafe a target or jump over it or duck under it or space it by running in a certain area, using proper positioning. You combine neutral action and positive action immediately and obviously, conceptually and actually. Makes total sense, immersive wise, and you are mechanically rewarded for it. But in Sekiro, oh no, you are merely conceptually rewarded for deflecting attacks. Enemies still have infinite stamina. They're still going to attack and come at you infinitely. They are still going to look like their stance conceptually and their posture conceptually hasn't changed at all. Even if they're on the brink of being stance broken and then put into a death blow position. They don't look like anything's changed at all. And that is, well, conceptually misaligned with your action, right? You're taking all of this neutral action, and it doesn't look like that neutral action is doing anything aside from the base mechanics in the UI telling you that it is. Alright, let's get 22 copper per se. See if I can get that. And so you have to rely on the game. But in Elden Ring, you can go and... I don't know why they don't show you the stance meter, but by smacking the target, by doing positive action, you get positive rewards. Not just damage, but stance damage as well. And it's not necessarily something that is going to immediately take out the target or drop them 1/3, 1/2, or even all of their HP. It could, if you put in the right stats, the right build, on the right target, it could do things which are more interesting or less interesting. You can stance break and then get rewards by using heavy attack chains. You can take the grab, you can do all sorts of different things. But in Sekiro, it's just, you're just going to smack him. You're just going to smack him. And that's part of the reasons why I just didn't care for it. But a lot of people do care for it, right? So, the vibe of Elden Ring, when we get into the DLC, is more of Sekiro, but we don't have the Sekiro tools. We are dodging, dodging, dodging. Roll, 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 roll. All of this neutral action. And we aren't getting anything even conceptually, mechanically benefiting us, okay? We're getting nothing. We're getting nothing for it. It is pure neutral action in concept and in mechanics. You're getting absolutely nothing for just having to, oh, roll. I gotta roll here and do all this in the DLC. It's like, okay. Not interested. Not interested. Not at all. And we're moving such that we are looking at something that is seeming like a different genre of game, even. We're moving into that direction with Souls games. That's just, and some people are going to like that. This is not some sort of objective measure of, you know, flaw in terms of game, but because it's not Souls, it's not Bloodborne, you know, it is an objective measure on a Souls game. The game feel, the primary game feel, is butchered. And it's only remedied if you dabble in the dark fucking arts. If you dabble in the absolutely filthy restricted strategies that I do not use. And I realize this because I've been on that Elden Ring vibe, man. I've been going through the base game. It's seamless co-op with my friend. Third guy hasn't showed up for a while. It's just been me and him. And we've been going through. And the DLC's been pretty cool. It's been pretty enjoyable. With somebody else there to deal fuck ton of damage and take aggro. And so my ratio of positive action to neutral action has been flipped on its head, and suddenly it feels like classic Souls again. Suddenly it feels like a fantastic time again. Suddenly I'm putting in like 40-50 hours a week enjoying this game. And holy shit, it really is as simple as changing the ratio of positive to neutral actions that you take conceptually and mechanically. It really is that simple. Now, it takes a long ass time to explain that, but once you hear it and you understand, it's like, okay, well, neutral actions is like rolling or positioning, and then like, do I have pure neutral action mechanically and conceptually, like some games, or do we have just straight up combos where we could position, space, jump, combine our neutral action with positive action, so that we feel like the player is just having a good time and just kind of comboing off here and there, but is still interacting in a way that feels very Souls, right? You don't want to tip the balance to where you are spending too little or too many positive actions per a boss in order to take them out, right? You don't want to like one-shot them, but also you don't want to feel like they're damage sponges. Even if it could be very complex, it could be very high skill ceiling. If the player character takes too many positive actions, that could just not feel right for whatever game, whatever genre of game. And I look at more action-oriented games. This is why I need my RPG elements, guys. This is why I need a certain ratio in my games of positive actions that make sense per level, per enemy, depending on the type of. Is it going to be a trash mob? Do we have a regular enemy? Is this a mini boss? Do we have a proper boss? What are the ratio of positive, neutral actions that you could take in order to take down a boss with skill and with a good setup and actually optimize setup? What are the ratios here present? And once you've done that, you've done a good amount of game balance. Actually, it's pretty good, pretty fundamental. And I just don't think that they asked that question for a lot of the DLC encounters. And of course, there are things in that Elden Ring DLC that are very much, very, very much positive. There are things that are very much broken on its face and just negative on just a factual, objective level, like hitbox not working. Just like a very obvious, like, game balance is still factual, objective, but the way that people enjoy it and they interact with it comes off personally, person to person, you know. But we gotta understand, even if I enjoy a more neutral action ratio of game, even if I go in and I'm just a Sekiro lover and I'm just going in and to Elden Ring DLC, you gotta understand, it is fundamentally a different game feel when we have different ratios of positive to neutral actions and different effects of how many positive actions does it take, how many neutral actions does it take, whatnot, so on and so forth. All of these different aspects come together to give a game feel that's actually reminiscent, or not, of previous entries of a series. And, oh boy, I just don't know. I don't know if people actually go in and they do the real introspection and understand, even at like an intuitive level. It's like, okay, well, this feels like this, okay, it feels like that, maybe, okay, what are the pros doing? Am I just confused? It's like, okay, well, why am I not enjoying that? Why am I not enjoying that? Well, a lot of people have articulated in the Shadow of the Erdtree negative reviews. It's like, oh, well, when is it my turn? Like, I have to dodge for, like, minimal attack openings. And while it's very subjectively good or bad on the general sense, it is, again, it's not Souls. It's just not Souls. Just straight up. Straight up. And a lot of people are saying, it's like, holy shit, we are getting tired of this style of constant escalation. And to me personally, they could have just made it the cap 150, like I mentioned, and then gone on and continued from there, from a post-Millennia standpoint. And it's like, okay, fine. Or even pre-Millennia, because the Halig tree already feels a little bit DLC-ish, right? And some people are going to say, really? A lot of people? Yep. A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people. And I know it's a lot of people because people have been freaking out online before they even had a real chance to play and understand the Elden Ring DLC. Like, the first launch, like, not even any 1.13 or 1.14, we got like 1.12. Elden Ring DLC launch, 1.12, okay? That was the launch. 2 days after, Elden Ring had 63% on its DLC. Okay, 63% approval rating. People were freaking out over something that they didn't even know was going to be good or bad. Should have just said, oh, well, we'll see, we'll see how it is. Maybe people are overreacting. Maybe. It could be right, it could be wrong. I don't know. We don't know. But no. These people were freaking out, being like, no, they gotta get good. Miyazaki's perfect. Everything's perfect. And it was not perfect. And guess what? The recent reviews, the less biased reviews, the recent ones, not the ones where people are just gassing the series as it immediately comes out. No. The more recent ones, 59%. 60%. It's hovering, it's going back and forth between 59 and 60%. People are just fucking saying shit and they don't care. When they will freak out for a very biased, in FromSoft's favor, 63%. But when the tide comes, and people reviewing things recently as 59%, they don't say anything. Nothing said. Nothing said. I understand there's a lot of hype surrounding that 63, as in it's biased positively, so it could have been a lot lower technically than the 63. It could have been. It really could have been. But most of the reviews are from that era. And, game's still hovering at like 70% overall. Ooh, you know, I would still be on that case if I really cared to suck Miyazaki's cock that bad. I would still be on that case. And some of these grifting ass YouTubers, sellout sheep ass motherfuckers, are. Some of them are on that case. Emerald Gecko's on that case. Oh yeah, he's slobbering. He's on that case. Ooh, he's on. And guess what? It looks ridiculous. Because obviously he doesn't understand the game balance. He doesn't understand game feel, user experience. He doesn't understand, just like the speedrunners do, the fact that there are bugs in this game, that they are unintuitive and ineffective at communicating the actual impact or situation of certain attacks that are coming your way. They don't understand that. They don't understand that that needs to be patched out and still hasn't been. And normally, when you would see a flood of these runners making run after run after run of Shadow of the Erdtree, it's a trickle. It's a trickle. Because there still needs to be balance done. Patches still need a lot to do to make this shit right. And that's not going to discount any of my fun that I've been having with Shadow of the Erdtree in co-op. It's just I shouldn't need to have co-op to have that level of fun when all of Elden Ring base game gives me that fun already. And figuring out new shit like the different strategies in Ashes of War and of certain weapons like the Knight Rider Glaive, how that's going to be better than the Twin Blade. Activated my neurons. That's going to be even better than the Lucerne most of the time with a different Ashes of War. I saw Elden Ring DLC critique, and this guy was using a based fucking setup with the Dryleaf Arts, Shattered Stone Talisman, and all of that. But he also had Divine Beast Frost Stomp on, which is a stomp, which Shattered Stone boosts, but then also the Dryleaf Arts have kicks. The synergy is fucking unreal. I'm like, damn, all this stuff is pulling me back in over and over again to a game that I love, that I have 1,348 hours, I believe. Yeah, that's how much I appreciate it. I really do. But holy shit, guys. What the fuck is going on with the game feel? We're turning it into something different. And if we're turning it into something different, guys, a lot of people are just going to look into other games, other series that do that something different better. It's not going to be good. The competition is steep in this more action-oriented thing. And that's true for Final Fantasy, right? It's very true for Final Fantasy 16, where we see that taking a more action-oriented approach. Let's just do 10. Oh, we know we can do... Let's just make as much as possible. Why not? Final Fantasy 16 has arrived officially on Steam to 79% rating. And... man, I mean, for Final Fantasy, that's unacceptable. For Final Fantasy that has gone, you know, the mainline series has made bangers like 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 9, even fucking 12, okay? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on with this shit? Okay, let's just make stack of 2 stacks more for item stands. But what is actually happening with this series? And most of it is performance, but I would expect that. There's a survival bias going on because people have seen the reviews already for the fucking PS5 version, obviously, and are staying away. And of course, they're not going to review something that they're not already interested in. Well, that's what I would think. So there's already a bias against the series, or no, a bias for the series because people that dislike it are going, fucking off and playing something else, a bit like me, yay. And well, how does it still have 79? How isn't it just people that exclusively love the game? How isn't it just those people making those sort of reviews? And the answer is kind of interesting. It's de nouveau. It's de nouveau. The people that go in with anti-piracy styles of, I think it's whatever fucking edition it is technically. I don't care. It's bad. It has a wicked performance drop on the game. People are experiencing frame rates in the teens sometimes. Do I want that there? No, I don't. And oh boy, that's not good. It's also 150 fucking gigabytes for a game that can drop into the teens. 30 frame per second cap. The fucking maximum frames on cutscenes. Guess what? Because that was in the demo, somebody has a day 1 patch fix for it. Square doesn't. Square fucking doesn't. But somebody with a mod does. Interesting. Just awful. Why would I pay $50 to $70 for that? I wouldn't. Let's put the Locks trophy back for now. That's fucking ridiculous. What is going on? What is actually happening with people where you don't look into the past issues with this? Okay? Square Enix ports have been fucking terrible. Guys, they just did a Pixel Remaster series that's garbage. Garbage ports that don't even include content added in the Game Boy Advance versions of those games. From like 1 to 6. Especially 4, 5, and 6. The Game Boy Advance ports added a ton of good shit that's just not there. And the pixel art style looks awful compared to the originals. You couldn't even enhance it in the same style. Oh my god, somebody call Cisco, man. Holy shit. He knows what to do. Cisco's got that, he's got that pixel art style on another level. On another level. I mean, you also look at the Sea of Stars art style. Oh, hello, boar. Oh my god. Stylish as all hell. Stylish as all hell. They've done it. They've succeeded in making a sick-ass pixel yet modern art style. Look what we're playing right now. Valheim. You can see the pixels. You can see them. Is it the same as some of those old-fashioned games? No. But it has its own retro charm to it. In addition to a wonderful and well-appreciated, highly acclaimed lighting system. We've taken in artistic direction and proper stylization. And we've given it the modern touches that it can take. That the modern system can allow for. Wonderful. Wonderful aesthetic design. What should I put back? I need to do more foundational design in order to decorate more now. Come on, Piggy. So let's put some of these trophies back. Wraith trophies can wait. A-bombs can wait. It's kind of a tease with these, but they can wait. And let's put these in here for now. Let's just put that in there. Why not? Let's see. These nails can go back in here. Mushrooms. Oh, I think did I put the proper nails in the I don't think I did. I did not. Okay. Let's put the mushrooms away. But, you know, I want to go back to the prospect of just a lot of people not understanding game balance, game feel, you know, game identity. Where the nails? Here we go. This is a really odd thing, because you would think that people would have an intuitive understanding. Like, okay, well, the game is going in this direction. If it can go into a direction and I happen to enjoy the different direction it takes, what's stopping them from going in a third direction that I don't like? Okay? What's stopping them from going into a completely different direction that I actually really despise? And this is why I don't understand defenders of like Final Fantasy 16, 15, even 14. I don't understand people who defend 8 or Final Fantasy 2, all of the black sheep of the series. I really don't understand when they go into that different direction. People defend it. It's like, are you playing 2? Are you playing 8? Are you playing these other ones? Probably not. Are you probably not playing all of them? Like, so when we have a tried and true style where we look at even 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and you even look at bits of 10. Not all of 10, because that goes in a different direction as well. But you look at 12. It's like all of these like mainline entries that have identity, that have style, that have similar direction. Yes, they do have differences, but the overall game feel, game identity, has a strong connection between them. I really don't understand. I really, really don't understand why people just don't see, like, oh yeah, hey, you know, we can just accept the games for what they are and say, hey, you know, you have a history of making side entries that aren't mainline numerals, that have different genres. Why don't you just do that? Just do that for this entry or that entry. Make a different one. Is it lowercase? There we go. Make this a little bit different, and then we'll have a great time. Make it a little bit different. Put it, these guys who want the different genre, they can have it. They can enjoy it. They can. And we know that because, again, we've done these different genre games in the past, and they've done well. They've done very well. Ooh, I should do some plains farming. Holy shit. Oh, the wheat, the poor wheat could have had several rotations by now. No. Let's see. Yes. Nice. Okay, this is looking good. Do we have any others on the... Okay, plains is unconnected. That can go up top as well. Pig, please, come on. There needs to be more floor. Let's do this here. The blank one is connected at the exploration. Okay, we need more wood. I need regular wood. Thank you. Should I should decorate these stairs in some way, I feel. Building, floor, let's continue this out. This should be good. Okay. And now, ooh, how's the framing gonna look here to the side? I'll worry about that later once I have more going on and a roof and whatnot. I should add some trim here just so that I don't fall off the edge. That would be good. Do we want a rail up slightly above, slightly with it? How's this gonna work exactly? Like this? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, what's really interesting is that people are still making negative reviews on Final Fantasy 16 that talk about the actual like genre and complain about the game identity. And it's like, well, hold on, didn't you just complain? Weren't you just talking about the game identity? Yes, I was. But you're telling me that after all of the reviews came out, after all of those reviews, negative reviews, positive reviews, what have you, talking about the different genre, the different game feel, you know, all of that people spent so many hours crafting really cool, really interesting videos talking about how the game feels different. It's like this, it's like that, either positively or negatively. That these motherfuckers who bought it for the PlayStation didn't see that. They didn't see it. They didn't pay attention. There's so many non-spoiler reviews out there that go out and say, hey, this is what the game is like. This is what it feels like. This is what it plays like. This is what the game is like. And really? They didn't pay attention to that? This is where I think that sort of survival bias should come from. It should come from the fact that people have seen the reviews for the PC version. They understand what's going on. They understand that the game is totally different in game feel to a traditional Final Fantasy. They understand that there is a clear difference. Ooh, should I put it like a chair here or something? How's this going to work? Do I need more fine wood? Should I do like a sitting log? Oh man. Oh, I didn't get core. I should have gotten core wood when I was out there mining. Shit. Where's the sitting log? Is it in furniture? Yes. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe a chair. Oh, that would be good. Nope. You guys love this new area, I understand, but this is an area for convenience, piggies. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to call some of these guys. Hey, that's nice. Kind of sticking my leg through there, but that's okay. That looks good. Wonderful, absolutely lovely. Okay. Alright, let's go kill that grayling. But yeah, I just don't understand it. Remember how I said last episode, the sense of community? You gotta be paying the fuck attention to what's actually going on in the game, in the development, or you have to be kind of paying attention to somebody who is paying attention to what's going on. You got to be actually informed about situations that are actually appearing, whether it's in the game design to come or the game design right now, and how the game works. And it very clearly people were excited, even though the game's been out for like how long? And they're like, man, I regret my purchase because of the game flaws that have been explained in gross detail for over a year now. Wow. I have zero fucking sympathy. Oh, God. I really have no sympathy for that. That's... how? How do people keep making that mistake? Goofy ass people. Anyway. Really, all of this wouldn't be an issue, okay? I wouldn't seem like I'm being, like, the Earl of Toxin and, like, lambasting these motherfuckers for either A, putting out, like, weird reviews, or just not understanding how games work, whether it be Final Fantasy or Elden Ring, or not understanding game identity or game feel, whether it be like positive, neutral, negative actions or whatnot. I wouldn't be doing this if the game developers already understood what the fuck was going on. And they put out games that fit game identity in the series, or expansions that fit the game identity in whatever series. And if they just fix their fucking game. You know? I wouldn't have to say anything. There would be nobody to talk about. Whether they say a weird thing about the game, or an unjustified positive or negative thing about the game, I wouldn't have anything to say other than the game is really cool. Period. End of story. It all comes down to that, doesn't it? So, you know, I just want to be clear. That's the root cause of people's apparent views of toxicities in certain communities. And also, I have to say, Souls games, Souls communities in large, except for Sekiro, very distinct, very, very distinct in its community, okay? Souls communities are not any more toxic than an ordinary community. Now, you look at communities like League of Legends, the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I mean, just going to the Valheim Discord server, my initial experience in the Valheim Discord server has been a million times worse, toxic-wise, than anything that I've seen from any Souls streamer or YouTuber or anything. A million times worse. And that isn't even going close to, like, say, the modern Final Fantasies or anything like that. You know, it's like when you see people talking in the 14 community or the 16 community, when you see people talking Yu-Gi-Oh community, okay, this is completely different from people talking in the Souls community. It is a level of toxicity that isn't even approach actual toxic community. Souls community is an ordinary fucking community. Souls community is a regular, ordinary, smack dab the middle community. It is standard. Standard. It is regular. But what we do see, what I see more than ever in any community, are toxic crybullies who will go and say, no, the Souls community is so toxic, you guys, it's so toxic. They'll cite zero fucking examples, or people just acting normal. Or they'll cite people that are a problem, but are in a problem at quantities that far, far lower levels than any other standardly known toxic communities, like ones that I've mentioned. Far, far lower. Okay? And then they'll say, this is the most toxic community I've ever encountered. I can't believe it. These Souls guys are the worst, and I've never experienced anything like it. And oh my god, it's so bad. I'm just like, oh my god, fucking touch grass and then go touch internet grass. Because people on the outside communities in real life can get far more toxic than any internet community ever. And then you look at actual toxic communities online, you touch some fucking internet grass, and you understand that Souls community is a regular ass fucking community. Okay? These people live in rose-colored houses made of glass, and they're throwing stones. Alright? I know I'm combining two metaphors there, but it's very deserved. Very, very deserved. That is, I mean, ridiculous. Ridiculous. And most of the time, the gamers that say Souls community is the worst, this and that, they're either A, really bad, you know, like I've seen two of them that say Souls community is so bad, and they ask for advice from the chat, and then chat gives them advice, and then chat keeps giving them advice. They say, oh, no, do this, no, you gotta do that. And part of the constant outcry of people saying, no, you should do this or you should do that, okay, is due to the quality of the guides online for Souls games. They're awful. The PvE guide community is terrible. And so people just don't go for it. But then there are a lot of people who have decent analysis skills that will maybe go and make like a critique of the game or this and understand certain aspects, who just don't put in the proper legwork on making sure that their analysis is consistent throughout. I think it was fucking like Joseph Anderson and Feeble King both put out like very solid analysis videos on certain games, and then there'll be like weird imperfections around the edges, and then they'll just say, well, you know, I'm making a subjective I'm doing a subjective thing. I'm talking subjective. I'm just doing subjective things, guys. Never mind that I'm talking in an objective framework about an objective media or objective aspects in said media. No, everything's subjective, guys. Let me just put up my cardboard, my paper shield. I'm a paper tiger. Let me put up these fake walls around me, guys. You know, oh, subjective. You can't do it, you can't. And it's like, okay, you're making drink, guys. You're making drink. You're at a wine-making festival and you're making bev. Okay? It doesn't work. People can still call you out if you get shit wrong. But here's the thing. At least Feeble King had deliberately said that he is making drink. Like, deliberately. He is just... He's going to be imperfect. He's not going to be... Guys, this is not some sort of fucking subject that requires immense dedication to be perfect. Alright? This is striving for imperfection on a very simple task. Making game analysis videos, once you've gone through the effort to actually write out a script and do the research and look into stats and like look into the actual qualities of games and create a good framework for analysis, it's not hard to get your basic facts right. But apparently he just deliberately gets it wrong for the pacing of the video. Like, okay, you know, okay, so, well, you know, it's annoying. And I think people know that that's fucking annoying. Like, why? You're not making a good trade-off. It's purely a negative trade-off. If you just come to me about a piece of media that I enjoy, even if I have agreements, even if I understand that it's flawed, this and that or the other thing, even if I understand that there is a mixed and nuanced conversation to be had, if you're going to get basic shit wrong for the sake of what? Pacing? A video? I don't give a fuck. You know, that shit's just annoying, and you're annoying me on purpose? Do you expect me to just be kind? Do you expect me to be kind once I've been aggrieved upon? You're going to annoy me on fucking purpose about something that I'm looking to have a good conversation on, or I'm looking to watch a good video on. No. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be this cordial bastion of purity in the face of somebody doing dipshit activity in front of me that I would have had and expected to have a normal and solid conversation or viewing experience with. No, I'm not going to be. And I don't expect anybody to do the same. I don't. And so when he says, oh my god, I got so many negative comments because I did something fucking annoying. Yeah, you did something annoying. People are going to try to annoy you back. That's how it is. If you go to a wine drinking festival and somebody comes up to you and says, oh, you got to try this wine. And he goes up to you and he spills a little bit of wine on your shirt. You're like, oh man, dude, what the fuck? Dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, here's the thing. Or he doesn't even say I'm sorry. He just says, look, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna spill a little wine on you. I have to preserve the pacing of you enjoying your beverage that I'm giving to you. This is the experience that I want for you. It's not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect as a person, guys. This is not a difficult fucking task to be perfect at. Making a video that is pre-scripted, highly edited, where you have to go and loop the task of review and constantly doing it over and over again in order to make sure it's good. Getting the basic facts right is simple. It is a simple thing to do perfectly. This is not a hard task. Some of these guys, some of these people are striving for imperfection in simple tasks. And if I go try to engage in the wine tasting community and I get somebody as a first impression who is deliberately spilling drink on me and claiming that, nope, this is for your own good, I'm not perfect, this is good, this is good for you, this is good for the experience, you should have this, you should, you know, this is what I want for you. And if I'm gonna talk back, if I'm going to say, what the fuck are you talking about, this is ridiculous, I'm gonna spill my drink on you, see how you like it. If I do that, and he says, "Oh my God, the wine drinking community is so toxic. I've never seen a more toxic community than the wine drinking community. Bitch, you fucking spilled your drink on all of us, and you try to claim that we're the toxic ones." Let me be clear. This is how I view every single one of these motherfuckers who try and claim that the Souls community is some sort of bastion of toxicity. That it's just so toxic. No, you are the fucking toxic ones. I have never seen such little pussy-ass bitches talk about, oh, toxic. That is a normal fucking community. That is a normal community, okay? Guess what? One of the guys that I've seen complain that the community was so toxic, he was receiving 6 times less bullshit that he would have gotten in any other community. 6 times less. In any other chat room, in any other anything. And he was still bitching. Still moaning. Still complaining. Still annoying. Still spewing rancid toxic energy everywhere. It is fucking projection at its finest and at its utmost ridiculous. And holy shit, will I never ever take anybody seriously if they say, oh, Souls community, oh, it's so toxic. No. 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 It's a normal community. It is a normal community with a normal amount of toxicity in it. I'm gonna put a trophy here. Which one? Oh, I should put the Sterling trophy there. Yeah, I say this as somebody who's like not even like a deep Souls creator or anything. Like, I dabble. If I'm going to have this fucking false label put on me, you better prepare. I'm gonna bust out the fucking energy back. I was aggrieved upon first by these idiots, toxic crybullies, claiming falsely, oh, these guys talk. I don't want to hear it. That's a normal fucking community. Okay? Okay? I put out an April Fool's mispronouncing a bunch of Souls characters' names on purpose. I'm still getting people got by that April Fool's video 2 years later. Is there some sort of grand toxic conspiracy, even though I deliberately fucked with them? Am I getting aggrieved upon toxically all of the time? No. No, I'm not. Because it's a normal fucking community. It's a normal community, guys. Anyway. If people say shit that's so bad that they've not only not touched grass, but they haven't touched internet grass, I don't know. God help them. It's fucking absurd. It's absurd. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Calling it like a bubble or an echo chamber doesn't do it justice. That is like approaching cult levels of delusional and isolation. It's so far gone. It's unreal to me. It's absolutely unreal. I've never seen it that bad. Never. But anyway, those are my 5 things. The Elden Ring nerfs were fine, and people shouldn't freak out about them, because if the game balance is put at a better level, then that's fine. The second one is just about positive, neutral, and negative action. How game identities change if you change the ratios of them. The third one is people understanding, being actually a part of communities, actually looking for good reviews when they've been out for a year, and actually being a decent and intelligent consumer. Point in case being Final Fantasy 16. And then number 4 would be striving for imperfection in simple tasks. I really don't. It's like you spend however many times reviewing, revising, making edits and scripts. Getting your basic info right should be super easy. I mean, our society is predicated upon a lot of training in certain tasks that pretty much have to be perfect, like surgery or engineering or this and that. We strive for perfection all of the time, and to see somebody strive for imperfection in something as simple as getting basic game facts right is fucking goofy. And for what? For pacing? Ridiculous. The final one is, again, Souls community is normal, except for Sekiro. Souls community is normal. Demon Souls, normal. Dark Souls community, normal. Even the vast majority of Dark Souls 2. There is some toxic positivity there, but vast majority of them completely normal. Dark Souls 3, normal. Sekiro, whoa. Absolute vast amount of toxic positivity. They will lambast people for not enjoying the fundamental lack of variety and the odd change in the ratio of positive to neutral action, among other flaws like strange hitboxes and forcing. I'm not going to talk about it now, but you understand. There's a huge amount of toxic positivity in that community, and they will be toxic towards other communities wrongfully, negatively. Elden Ring community, super normal. There's more toxic positivity than there has been in the past. But a lot of the people bitching about it are bitching about toxic negativity. And so they're very much the cry bullies. They need to touch grass. They need to touch internet grass. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And, yeah, maybe they need to drink some tea and take a nap. Because I've never seen people be so misguided about game communities than people talking about the Souls community in that way. That is ridiculous. Valheim wise, this is interesting. You know, I've got my stuff back. Again, I spent a good portion of this video just kind of messing around and ranting. Levels are close. How my bows, those are pretty close too. And yeah, run 80. I gotta love my run 80. And hey, hoping to get another Sterling trophy here. That would be good. And man, I gotta do some plains farming, some more stone building. But what's interesting is I really want to do some exploring too. So let's go get that ship mats. Portal mats I can leave behind because I should have a portal there. And I think I'll just go and do this now. But yeah, guys, that last one, people, the toxic cry bullies, people that just want to be in their own isolationist ass area. Yo, I can't stand them. I can't stand those people. I can't stand watching them take a lot of their own community for granted. Watching them dig their own holes. It's not mentally sound. Like, these people need help. It's bad. It's bad, man. And yeah, hopefully one day they'll have their help, but they wouldn't be able to handle a COD lobby, of course. They wouldn't be able to handle League of Legends or any MOBA. They wouldn't be able to handle an MMO. They wouldn't be able to handle the toxic positivity of the Yu-Gi-Oh scene or the negativity. They wouldn't be able to handle the Valheim Discord server initially, or probably even now. They wouldn't be able to handle any other average fucking community. And yeah, it's just strange. Strange to see. Really strange. Guys, don't dig yourself into these holes, man. Don't deliberately piss people off and then expect people not to piss you off back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It really is that simple. You know? Get your facts right. Understand how the communities are. Understand the ratios. Okay, you don't want to be backseated? Say no fucking backseating. Was that hard? No. No, it's not. No. So, I don't know. It's not good. Seeing people go through this annoyance and being as toxic as the Lake of Rot in Elden Ring is not good. It's a bad situation. Let's see if we can get over to the side here. Oh, there's a rock there. I think I've been teasing this journey by boat for like 5 episodes now, so it's good to actually get out here, see what's going on. Could I have landed on shore and see what's up by land? Yes. Swamp! This could be a big, dense crypt. We have a bunch of crypts down south, but I want a really dense one. I really do. Oh, it looks like a small island. That sucks. I wonder what the general size of this island chain is going to be, though. It's a pretty cool area. Okay. Keeping in the Black Forest. I don't want to go in the ocean. I don't want any serpents or anything. Could I kill it? Yes. I don't have the chitin. Abyssal Harpoon. I still have to do one of the other Leviathans. Or did I do them both? I don't remember. I think I got them both. Because there's one here. Maybe I didn't do that one. I have to go there. Check it out. And then there was the one over here, which I did. Which destroyed the boat, unfortunately. Man, after talking about those 5 topics, I'm like, damn, what the fuck do I talk about now? Like, what are my next topics going to be? What are they going to be? I don't know. Oh man, I don't see any crypts or anything. It seems like a fairly small swamp. Alright, Draugrs. Okay. I see you. It's probably just a ton of turnip seeds in there. The turnip seed RNG has been ridiculous on this map. The seed is, well, very seedy. Let's get just a little over here. I just want to avoid one of these rocks. We've got a leech after me. That's fine. It's a cool little area. I love my semi-aquatic zones, you know that. Oh, okay. Shallows, right. We're making it through, y'all. We're making it through. This is a strange part. We might have more shallows here. Okay. See if we can thread this needle. Carefully, carefully, carefully. Absolutely wonderful. And now let's do a huge cut. Alright, that's super cool. I really don't think there are any crypts in there from what I saw, which is tragic. But, wow, what a sick adventure so far. We managed. I didn't even chart that, but honestly, it'd be fine breaking it down and going back. Looks like there's plains over there, maybe. Again, if I find another coastal Leviathan, that would be really ideal. Yeah, there's plains right there. That's sick. This would be a good peninsula to set up a portal and explore those plains. I see some other island over there. That might be good too. Yeah. But I hope you guys are aware that I could absolutely fucking cite my sources when it comes to people being super toxic crybullies. You know, I don't usually raise my voice to the point of that one you that I dropped. The you are the toxic ones. People think that I'm yelling, and then when something actually super pisses me off, they ain't prepared for the volume that I could have. I can maintain that that force and that volume of the you for an entire conversation if I wanted to. And I have done so sparingly in the past. Very, very rarely. Okay. This is good. getting dark. I'll leave the portal over here. We get everything? Looks like we got everything. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, this is a chill little area. Let's get that polearm level up, yeah? There we go, polearm's 50 before the elder's dead. Let's kill these skeletons, and I can set up the portal sort of right on their nice flat area here. I love a nice bronze mace quality for it, man. That's so good. Alright, here we are. There's many planes to explore again. But I'll save that for the next episode. Oh man, I might have some Elden Ring build concept videos up ahead, but I have some really cool info in terms of a build core post DLC. That's really cool stuff. Really fascinating shit. I remember it's just on my Faith build, Seamless Co-op, I took out Mesmer first try with my friend. He died, but he died towards the end. And I was using, well, of course, because it was Faith Toolbox build. It was quite an interesting situation where he resists like fire and holy in different ways depending on whether he's not in phase 1 or 2. And I said, fuck it, you know. There's one tool that I can use that just bypasses all of it, and it doesn't matter about your scaling, because if you max out the weapon, it's stylish. And you can put it on talismans to boost it. That's the Zamor Curve Sword, just spamming out that Zamor Ice Storm. And we managed to beat him first try because of that. It's just fun. It's just, there's so many neat shit. It reminds me of when I kept discovering things about Valheim where the strategies were old. They were old as in not that they've been discovered previously, but by the fact that they aren't something that was patched in at a recent update. It was something that I could have taken into account all the way back in early access launch February 2021. Things like Huntsman Bow and the utility of sledges like ooze bombs, abyssal harpoon, like all these weird little combos and strategies that come together that have great utility even all the way back then when we didn't know any better. I'm figuring shit out all the way back from like Elden Ring launch that would be good then. But I'm figuring out just now. So that's exciting. Again, even though I talk about so much stuff that could be critical of Elden Ring orbiters, toxic crybully orbiters, talking about certain toxic positivity, talking about certain aspects in the DLC that's fucked up, or very fucked up in some cases. Even then, oh my god, I still have stuff to talk about, man. Oh my god. I still got stuff to do, stuff to game, stuff to talk about. But, hopefully, I really hope I'll be gaming more consistently with Valheim. I really hope so. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.